Good evening to you. Welcome. Nice to be with you. It's Saturday night. It's the 6th of June, 2020, 2020. Like Hawaii 5050. Only this is a Kelso 2020. And welcome to the Bobcast on this, what's turned out to be a really beautiful evening. And about 7 o'clock tonight was stunningly beautiful here in the Scottish borders. And the skies were blue, it was warm without being too hot, the wind had dropped. It was lovely and lots of people were out. I've got to be honest, I wasn't. Oh, by the way, here's one of my thoughts for today. I just thought drive-through takeaways, because they're reopening now, there's people queuing to go to, Big Mac and Small Mac and whatever type of Mac you can think of, Plastic Mac. Yeah. You got a light Mac? No, but I've got a dark brown overcoat. That was a joke I was thinking of. Anyhow, a suggestion that's come up on Facebook says drive-through takeaways should print the name and the car registration number on the bag that it serves people with. And then if it's tossed out of the car window, it can be delivered back to the owner with a photograph put on Facebook and with a littering fine. I think that sounds like a very good idea to me. This made me smile. If lady said, if a man has 1,000 bees, then you should marry him right away. Bzzz. Trust me, he's a keeper. I like that. Oh, he's a bit game, that keeper. Yeah, definitely a bit game. So yeah, it's been an interesting day. The weather hasn't been brilliant at all. And this morning, I spent a very happy hour. Well, it wasn't happy, it was a challenging hour and a bit watching something on Sky News. Now, we don't have Sky per se, or a Sky box, as opposed to a Sky per se. There's got to be a joke in there, but I have a wallet, I don't have a per se, but you know what I mean. So we don't have Sky per se, because we're too poor. We have BT, which is only 10 quid, and actually you get all the programmes, including a lot of Sky, and it gives you Sky News. And we were watching Sky News, and a Sky News special came on called Shutdown. And it just told the story, documentary, but sort of timeline type of documentary about the coronavirus so far. And my initial thought was, oh, for goodness sake, I don't want to hear any more about this wretched virus. But it was very interesting to just watch and rewatch what's happened since the beginning of March, and all the things that have been going on. So I commend that to you, actually, and it's really quite interesting. I'm just going to move this a little bit because I feel like I'm not looking at you properly. That's better. If you swing you to the left, but it means I can't see my screen, so that throws a few things out. But there we are. That'll do. So we watched this, and it was fascinating just watching again sorry about the hand, watching again the events that took place. And one of the things that struck me was that when Boris Johnson was poorly, he did an interview, and he said, I've been poorly, but I'm getting better. The only thing that's wrong with me at the moment is my temperature won't come down. And apparently a medical professor in America saw that and watching on TV timed his breathing and then contacted Downing Street and said, that guy's really poorly, he needs to go to hospital. So it's amazing what you can see, isn't it? So it took us all the way through, almost up to the present day, the events that unfolded leading up to coronavirus, and the way that people say things and saying what they knew at any one time. And suddenly it all develops and you look back and think, well, surely they must have known. It reminded me of years and years ago, I was part of the emergency planning team for Herefordshire, and we did a tabletop exercise in conjunction with British Rail or Network Rail and so many other things. There was a big table in the middle of the room with a So I'm stretching my hands out, you can't see in the camera, in the middle of the room. And it was covered with a sheet. There was obviously things underneath. And it was about to start being revealed. And the thing that started the reveal was a recording of a 999 call. And a lady got through to 999 and said to the operator, "There's been a bit of a bang at the station. There's been a bit of a bang at the station." And that was the first emergency call talking about the Clapham train crash. And, you know, from there, so many things came on. So as I was thinking about this coronavirus today, you know, it's easy with hindsight to look back, but there was things that people knew that they weren't saying, of course. And I don't want to get into all the political debates about that. But one of the things that came up on my Facebook afterwards was a thing called the Corona Coaster, the ups and downs of the pandemic. And I thought this was so interesting. One day you're loving your bubble, doing workouts and baking sourdough. The next day you're crying, drinking wine for breakfast, and missing people that you don't even like. That's quite true, isn't it? Quite true. So I watched that and then had a bit of lunch and started doing some work. Not work really, you know, playing on Tinternet. Looking around to see what was going on, looking on Facebook and reading all sorts of different sites. And the Carousel came on the telly, so I managed to avoid watching that, thank goodness. And then I realised it was about 5 o'clock, and I suddenly realised that I'm dressed the way I am now. And you'll probably notice I'm wearing sort of quite a dinky little outfit today. Well, that's actually my dressing gown. So, got to be honest, haven't got dressed yet today. Is it a downy day? No, it's not a downy day. It's been quite an uppy day, actually. I've enjoyed it. I haven't done anything. Pat sat and knitted all day. She was up at some ridiculously early hour. Gone back to bed now. So she's knitted cardigan for a baby. And I haven't got dressed. So here I am still in the old, rather dinky, but now getting slightly old 1980s, 1990s toweling dressing gown. I have to put it on for boil, I think, after this. And I'm delighted to see that the Lego shop reopens tomorrow, but I recommend avoiding it for the time being because people will be lined up for blocks. Yeah, that's an American one, isn't it? Do you know, I was driving a couple of weeks ago up to Dunfermline and I was overtaken by a chocolate on the M9. Chocolate was doing 100 miles an hour. Whoa, it went whizzing past. It was a Ferrari Rocher. And yes. And then there was a man swimming in the sea and a quiche floated by. It was a flamboyant. That is really very appalling. Very appalling. And a vicar was standing in the wrong direction. He was back to font. Yep, like that. So I was also thinking about all the, you know, the protests that were going on today, and what do they mean, and how do they mean to people. You know, it's really important that we stand up for things that are wrong. Put your hand up and say, this is wrong. We need to fight for this, and we need to voice our opinion. I don't think I would have gone out protested that way because of the social distancing and all the things. And I was sad, very sad to see that a policeman's been injured tonight, and someone throwing a bicycle at a police horse outside Downing Street and throwing fireworks and things in. I feel sad about that because, you know, it's appalling what's going on, and we need to stand up and we need to say things are not right. But we, you know, there's just getting that balance right all the time, isn't there? And that's such an important thing. I found this prayer, and it was posted by somebody who was writing on Facebook, and they wrote a really good thing. And I found this prayer by Nelson Mandela. Not as much a prayer, it was just a statement, and it said, "Goodness is stronger than evil. Love is stronger than hate. Light is stronger than darkness. Life is stronger than death. Victory is ours through him who loves us. And that was by the great mediator, that great, inspiration to so many of us, Nelson Mandela. And so I'm not having a pop at anybody who's been demonstrating today, quite the opposite, because, I admire you. It just worries me when we've got all these crowds of people together. And the last thing we need is more deaths. Someone with a knee on their back, that's bad enough. We certainly don't want any more deaths. Yesterday, by the way, I was a bit concerned. I went out into Forest Field and someone spilt their Scrabble letters all over the street. And I said, come on, what was the word on the street then? Boom, boom. Did I say boom, boom? Yes, boom, boom. Right, I've got a poem. I'm not going to do it because I'm running a little bit short of time. I'll leave that for tomorrow. It's an A.A. Milne poem. I often wondered whether he was at Yorkshire, but A.A. Milne, how are you? Or whatever it was. So tonight I want to just keep thinking and saying, I've had this amazing day. A duvet day? Well, it's not a duvet. For some people this would do as a duvet because it's pretty big for me. But I did clean my teeth. I think I brushed my hair, but actually I'm not convinced I brushed my hair. You know those things. So I came down for a coffee and then went back up again and things. So it's been rather nice having a dressing down day. Haven't really done much work. Talked to a few people, of course, and that's always been nice. But not really done a lot. Had pizza for tea. Ooh, that was nice. Yeah. We were going to send out for one, but we found a couple lurking in the freezer. So we had those. I do worry because one thing I have developed throughout the day is I keep shouting out broccoli and cauliflower. I think I might have florets. Anyhow, there we go. We're heading towards Sunday. The services for St Andrew's Kelso, standrewskelso.co.uk. The services are there. They're all ready. They're called our lockdown worship. And I hope that you'll join in. Trinity Sunday, Father, Son and Holy Spirit. And one of the special days, we dress up in white and gold because it's a celebration. And then we're going to move into some ordinary time. So I hope you can join us for that. And that's already sitting on the website now, waiting for you just to join in. Lots of other services available as well. All very good from the SEC, from Holy Trinity in Melrose, and from our friend Andrew in Jedburgh. Always does excellent services. So a plethora, and one of the great joys of lockdown, I think, is being able to choose what you want to do. So you take care this evening. I hope you sleep well. Hope I sleep well after not getting dressed all day. I will. I'm tired already. A weary old bear. Oh, yes. And God bless you. I will speak to you tomorrow. If you're struggling a bit, if you're one of those people who's, finding that the Corona cast that I talked about, up and down and things, that's okay. So watch thou, dear Lord, with those who wake or watch or weep tonight, and give your angels charge over those who sleep. Tend your sick ones, Lord Christ. Rest your weary ones and bless your dying ones. Soothe your suffering ones and pity your afflicted ones. Shield your joyous ones, and all for your love's sake. Amen. Take care. Be good. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow. Sunday all day. Make it holy, because that makes it a holy day or a holiday. Bye.